Well, this is just joyous. The perfect backdrop as both sides look to clear the first hurdle. Supporters here in terrific numbers. So will they be going back happy at the end of 90 minutes? Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. Nicely shaped ball. That's been cut out, well played. Passing is crisp and sharp. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva. He's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout for this team over the course, I can assure you.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Torres. Now it's Palmer. Rodri. Palmer. Aimed beyond the defence. There's a no-nonsense tackle.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. Palmer. Alexander-Arnold plays it in.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Chips it through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. He's in space and looking for options.
Well played and well cleared.
Rodri. Liverpool still without a single shot on target. Oh, that is a nice touch. He is through here. Fernando Torres. Forlan. Forlan. Approaching the half-hour mark. Haaland. He's beaten the last. Haaland! Oh, that is outstanding! A finish right from the top draw. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Liverpool have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Can he latch on to this?
Might want to be careful there.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Well, plenty of early set pieces here. Irwin. Ball is over the line. Timber wins the duel this time. Liverpool are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bernardo Silva. Well timed, excellent interception. Mings. And now the breakaway. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Liverpool leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And here's Haaland. And reclaimed it in a trice. Tries to pass it through.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Another throw-in. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. In towards the back stick. Forlan, a player who needs no introduction. Now it's Palmer.
Oh, really well played.
He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And he's quick to get it clear again.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Time and again they are repelled. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Looking for the run. And this is Forlan. It's Forlan! And that could have brought them level.
Forlan absolutely knew he could ill afford to miss that.
He shifted it to the flank.
That was lovely, that.
He's found a way through. Elects to cross. Goes for a shot! Alexander-Arnold gets it away. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. What a delicious finish. That is him. And that will be it. Liverpool can celebrate now. They have exactly what they crave. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. And this is Del Piero. And he's had it nicked away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Iniesta. Iniesta going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Lampard.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost, I see him as someone who always puts in an honest shift. He'll do everything his manager asks him to do and will rarely let you down.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Brilliantly cut out. Vieira. Del Piero. And it's Del Piero.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And this is Torres. So much time and space here. And that should get the job done. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now he's off and running. Looking to play him in. Iniesta. Now it's Batistuta. Conte. No, that's been intercepted. And now they can clear their lines. Batistuta. Stood up well to him there. Searching pass he's played there. Beckham. Haaland. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Vieira demonstrating his defensive quality there. Tries to pass it through. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Haaland's cross. Keeper has taken decisive action. And that'll be the last act of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Haaland. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. And it's Del Piero. Lampard. Iniesta. That's headed upfield. Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pass somewhat off target. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Knocks it into space. Iniesta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yes, nil.
Vinicius Junior and the shot! It's there! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Oh, that was vital. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, no joy this time.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
That's a lovely, neat pass. The message is clear. None shall pass. Batistuta.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
This looks promising. Yokohama F. Marinos can breathe again. Just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now it's Haaland. Iniesta. Now it's Del Piero. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Long ball by the goalkeeper.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Vinicius Junior picking up the man of the match. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. And the pass is intercepted. And that's been won straight back. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Lahm, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon.
And the shot! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. That's been cut out, well played. Rafinha, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Great vision. Can he latch on to this? Oh, well played. And he's heaved it away. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, that looks a cracking ball.
Paris Saint-Germain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Cruyff. And this is Eto'o. Oh, no joy this time. Nicely shaped ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Beckham. 30 minutes gone. Vieira. And it's Cruyff. Oh, that's fabulous. Cross to the back. He's got tall. Sticks it away. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Now it's Cruyff. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Rafinha. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cruyff. And he welcomes it in. Lahm. Chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. And we're off again. Paris Saint-Germain come out for this second half with a different lineup. The manager has made a big call here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Paris Saint-Germain do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Pelé. Played into space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. He's being urged to shoot. Great chance! And that is a truly outstanding save. And we have our very first corner. Cruyff! That's really well cleared. Beckham with a definite foul there. Paris Saint-Germain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Xavi Alonso.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Cruyff. Oh, that's nice. Lahm got a long way forward to join the attack. Now it's Rafinha. Batistuta aimed beyond the defence. That'll be a corner. Up he goes! Lahm gets good distance on it. Vitinha. And here's Rafinha. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Defending of the desperate variety. Eto'o. Oh, good spread.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
And a chance! And it's Lahm. Fired deep towards the back post. Van Bouten gets it away. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. So here comes a substitution. And here's Batistuta. Takes a shot. Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
This their second corner of the game. He gets big. And the keeper threw out a limb. Oh, this is a great position. Not the most convincing of passes. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's found a way through. He has found a way through. He's found a way past. Lovely feet. And the shot! Against the crossbar. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Khan, in the context of the game, he must save it. That is some save from Khan! Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And that's really well manoeuvred. Vinicius Junior. Haaland! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! An extraordinary start! Breakthrough in next to no time!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
India are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, nicely intercepted. India finding their passes. Baresi gets good distance on it. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Messi. This is promising. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Quality ball. Kante wins the duel this time. Vinicius Junior. Paris Saint-Germain have got it back and they'll have another go.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Vinicius Junior. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And he's gone looking for safety. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, important interception. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. That's an imaginative pass. Conte. Knocks it into space. Picked out brilliantly. Shot a goal! And he hits the net. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
India grabbed the equaliser and we're all square. Oh no, this does not look good. Vinicius Junior! He's got away with one there.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that and usually you're going to get punished.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. And it's Forlan. Haaland. Van de Ven. And it's Conte. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. India get the ball rolling for the second period.
Paris Saint-Germain have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Messi. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Messi. Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. Szoboszlai is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Costa Curta. And it's Shevchenko. Now it's Messi. Vitinha. Aim forwards. Messi. And they're back on the ball again. And here's Shevchenko. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Haaland. And he's quick to get it clear again. And that has been cut short. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Tries to pass it through. And now they can clear their lines. India appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Tries to play it through. That's the keeper's ball. Caicedo. Now it's Forlan. Just eases him off the ball. No luck with that dink over the top.
India really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Costa Curta. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Vitinha, Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Costa Curta. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The San Siro, for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So it's away we go then. De Bruyne! Goal! Milan! And that's got him off to a flyer!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal!
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and
takes a shot! He's scored! 2-0, and in next to no time. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter.
He's had a shot! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Milan find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And we have our very first corner. Neymar plays it short. There's the shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's managed to get free.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Puyol. Ball driven towards the far post. And now they can clear their lines. Messi. Played through into space. Yamal is wide and looking to get onto this. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Tries a shot! It's loose now and in for the pieces! A real chance and a real let-off.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Paris Saint-Germain can, of course, make a change whenever they choose. Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's picked out the run. This looks promising. And he's heaved it away. Now it's Yamal. De Bruyne. He shifted it to the flank. And there's the end of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. And we're underway again. Paris Saint-Germain decide to shake things up. There has been a change in personnel. Makaleli. Now it's Van Basten. And this is Neymar. And this is Van Basten. It's Van Basten! And he's managed to get rid. Vitinha. Now, what about a counter-attack? Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Yamal. Strong running down that left flank. And here's Torres. And this is Messi. And that has been clubbed away. Now it's Bale. He might be in here! Milan can breathe again. Just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He's found a way through. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players... Oh, they could be caught out here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And this is Bale. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's certainly onside here. And a shot! Oh, brilliant save.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Milan have their second corner now. Neymar goes short. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Passing is crisp and sharp. Van Basten. Adams. Paris Saint-Germain are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Thinks about the shot. Hangs in a cross. And that has been cleared. Not the most accurate pass. And he's gone backward here. Driving through the middle. Van Basten! That's another chance! Well, that is remarkable.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
And he's running through. Threads one in. Oh, what a ball! Shapes to shoot! They've done it! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Paris Saint-Germain give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Cleared without complication. Now it's Messi. Shot and a chance! Really well taken goal. Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach. Real chance! No mistake! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! And he stuck it away. And that will be the final act. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
The very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. He is through here! Shot a goal! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit.
Real chance! They've done it! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Tries from a long way out.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pedri. Rafinha. Vinicius Junior. And the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And they get themselves in front! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. And quick to get it back. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Barcelona couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Adams cuts out the pass. Koundé. Serginho calmly anticipates. Rodri. Paris Saint-Germain heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Messi. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Looking for options for movement. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose. Oh, what has happened here? It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Van Dijk. And Adams. Batistuta looks to get on the end of this. And no, that was never going to make it. And there is the half-time whistle. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And the action is back underway. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Paris Saint-Germain do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
That is good strength. Plays a sharp little ball here. Can he get on the end of this? Rafinha is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just...
Chance for a shot! Really well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
2 goals on the day. Vinicius Junior! Just cruising! They are cruising! And he is just ripping it up! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, super ball! Tries a shot! Pedri, who does have an assist to his name. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pass somewhat off target. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. No, he's just misjudged that one. Now that's well seen too. Pedri. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now that looks a decent ball. He won't be happy with that one. Pedri. Now it's Rafinha. It's played through for him. Adams spots it and intercepts. And he's managed to get free. Bruno Fernandes. Thinks. And Messi! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop. Now it's Vitinha. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Vitinha! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Now it's Messi. And that will be it. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. That's gone for a throw-in. Now that looks a decent ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Hakimi with the clearance. Ball is over the line. Another throw-in. Pass somewhat off target. And that has been cleared.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh no, this does not look good. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Real chance! And the ball's come this time, surely! He's scored! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Tries to play it through. And they're back on the ball again. And he was quick to react. Paris Saint-Germain are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's quick to get it clear again. Looking for options for movement. He's dealt with that really well. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Paris Saint-Germain really could have done without this to increase the lead. That is some save from Khan. Well, would you believe that?
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Right card! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Paris Saint-Germain are opting for an early change in personnel. They've decided against waiting until half-time. He's got away. That's going to go a long way. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Ball driven towards the far post. Shot at goal! They've scored! And there he is, the epitome of enduring excellence. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Paris Saint-Germain grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And here's Rafinha. Messi. That is a brilliant interception. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're just settling back into this second half. Pinged towards the front line. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Mbappe is flagged offside. Knocks it into space, and he welcomes it in. That is some save from Khan! Vitinha gets rid without sophistication. Yamal. Van Bouten promptly onto that, and that is that. Ball's gone out of play. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Belletti. Paris Saint-Germain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Played out to the right. And it's Belletti. And he's managed to get free. And that has been clubbed away. He's in space and looking for options. And no, that was never going to make it. Pedro, oh, shooting chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. Up he goes! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Conte is offering a wry smile there.
And the through ball. Out of play for a throw. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Paris Saint-Germain really will have to throw everything at this now. Neymar plays it in.
Paris Saint-Germain really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Nicely shaped ball. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for the run. Now it's Neymar. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And that's been slipped through. Chance for a shot! Yes, he's done it! Late in the day, this could well be it! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Looking to play him in. Cleared without complication. And he's let fly.